with the prayer, the meditation, the practice, the refuge generating bodhicitta. So using that as a motivation, it's also very important. It's extremely important to recite many times because we recite almost the beginning of every practice. Sangye Chudang Chudang, so good to know some just essence, the meditation. So important. Here the whole lamrim comes. This two verses taking refuge and then another two verses generating bodhicitta. Here comes all the lamrim subject. Gradual path to enlightenment, the whole entire lamrim subject. Not just that, but the basis, and also, yes, and also tantric subject comes in, it's included in that. All entire dharma, it's included in that. Then we just normally just recite, there's just like me, or like like me, because you know the prayer, recite fast, and I'm not sure whether there's even meditation there. It's the most important subject, but I don't know what that meditation. I'm not saying everybody, but just like myself, that you see. Thoughts are like myself, so I was saying that. So you see, so we don't study dharma, even never study dharma, just only recite mantra, never learn dharma, and see, only recite mantra, or because only believe because your family is Buddhist, your parents are Buddhist, because they do the offerings, Buddha, they do the incense offerings, or the kind of traditional kind of make an offering, things like that. So then just follow to that, you just do what they do, no understanding. You don't go to learn. You don't go to learn dharma. You don't look for understanding, and also maybe more good for some people. They don't know what to do, and doesn't know where to learn dharma. It's like that. So you have no understanding. So that's only what follow what parents does. Parents. For example, I stayed 2 weeks, many years ago in Singapore, at somebody's house. I forgot. I gave Tibetan Dharma name, not Tibetan, so Dharma name to the mother, to then German or to then Gachil or something. The mother, I remember the Tibet Dharma name, but I don't remember the Chinese name. But I try and think anyone's here. It's near the flower, the Singapore flower, there. Oh, Pranagal, near Pranagal. Do you know the name? Maria, the right, mother's name. She would know. She would know, huh? Maria and Mia, the mother's name, Maria.
Maria is a different person.
Yeah. Okay. Maria's mother. Okay. So I said 3 weeks or 1 month or something. So see, the father, mother, Buddhist, but they haven't started Dharma. They haven't started Buddhism. They haven't started Dharma. So that's what part of their parents are Buddhist part. That's do the normal things and faith. That's the faith things. But I don't know understanding because I didn't try to learn Dharma. Go to some class to learn Dharma. Didn't do that. So they one son and one daughter. So I married very bad. Don't remember the name. Do you remember? Son is Miyong. Then daughter. Huh? What? Huh? Rose? Daughter's name. Okay. You don't mean rose flower. So they went to school. And so one day the son Miyong, he gave Christian books to presented to his sister while she was going to school. So then she read, and so let us become Christianity. She became Christianity. Yeah. And we talk sometimes. Reincarnation karma. So she didn't, I thought she did say some words, but I don't remember. I felt very strange when I was talking about that. So that just time little talks. So like that. So he couldn't Buddhist Centre. I think when the children was here teaching ABC, she started nunnery at Bajorgini Centre, France, called Japan, probably I gave. And then I think she sent her here. She was just started the Japan Center in the Bajorgini and go to Western student nuns. So I sent here to, after I think Dr. Dieter, already he was ex-monk, Dieter. That number is Dieter, I think. So he taught here a long time. And I was here when he taught, I was here a long time, then children who started Abbey's, what do you call Abbey's? Shavati Abbey's. Started in America. So she was here a long time. How many months? Do you know? How many months? Your home, at your home, for 4 months. Yeah. Oh, I see. Did you also that? What? 6 months. He stayed. How many months? So your home has been root of ABC. I think Anila Windy came from Australia. She was going to way to Nepal, and she asked you must just start by the center, start by the house. No? She told you to must buy a house for the center. She was on the way to Nepal. She dropped here. She asked you to need to buy a house for the center. Do you remember? Well, that's what I heard. She told her, she asked her. So many of you, I don't know if you know, LZR. That's the original ABC. Very, very back. Which year?
1988. I started from here, 1988.
988.
I learned from professor from the village library.
988. 1988. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah. When I was with Gaya, LZR came. No, because I came here before. And LZR came, then there was another girl.
Peter brought me to the Nepal beach.
Yeah, there was another lady student, another lady, but I didn't see her this time. So Singapore, only those two came. One was with Gaya, I think his son was teaching. So that. That's a long time ago. So LZR was the root and kind of then, yes, as she spent, so all of them stayed at her house for many months and taught, so did that to the children, and so that. So at the very beginning, I was with the Lama. didn't do Lama did teaching. There was the ABC, another one. That was another ABC. Not, I don't think it's given by Lama, but Lama. So Lama kept teaching there. I heard I wasn't here. Lama kept teaching to them. Long time ago. This before ABC here started. So then that's, I met one man, but I think it disappeared. That one disappeared sooner or later. And so what happened was, yes, I met, what's his name? The gentleman who has a temple. Oh, I met, he came to Gabon with some of the people. Xingbing, yes. What's his name? Liquid talk. So then he came to Gabon. So I mentioned to him, you see, the need, I think I expressed my wish to start, to start lamrim teaching, the kind of to start center, something like that. I don't remember exact word by word. I talked to him. Hoko. So he promised. So before Dita stayed in the house, before that, the teaching started at Liquid's house, Liquid's temple, Liquid's house or temple started, the very first start there. I think there might be Dita, German ex-monk Dita, who achieved Nirvana. Achieved Nirvana. So Liquid, the nice gentleman, he worked very hard. He worked very hard in Singapore. You see, to have a Buddhism in the school, he applied the government. He worked very hard on that. There was only Christianity before. So, because school started by them, so we worked with the government for a long time. He worked to have a Buddhism in school to teach. So then that's how I think the first started in school, Buddhism, because he really dedicated, he worked very hard. So they started into Promise House. You see, giving teaching at his house, the temple. I had temple. Also, I gave a talk when I was here at his temple. Long time. Yes, knew. He was the first person that I talked. So then later, I think it's that Ali Chua's place, although that, so she had to write for a long time. So that's how the root of ABC like that. So now, I mean, curse word is, so Khen Rinpoche here from Gabon, first geshe, the Gabon monk, the first geshe. From Sarah. So I've been very, very long, really excellent you are so fortunate to have him. Training from Abbot Kapan Monastery. First case. So the among the Kapan monks. When he was in Sarah, not only study well, but also conduct, monk conduct. All the monks, they respect him. I heard all the monks, they recognize and they respect him because good conduct. Live in the monastery, good conduct. So I think, because you see, maybe many people you don't know, but maybe some people during the organization work, so they probably may, those who are working for organization, dharma organization, you see here and there, so they might know, but general people wouldn't know. You see, even though you have very good dharma knowledge, expert in explaining Sutra and Tantra, but you see, if you stay a long time, you see, sooner or later, then you see problem comes in the center, problem comes with students. The mistake comes out, the mistake, misconduct, mistake comes out, and you see the organization gets problems, and the students get problems, and so that's you hear many times that. So then there's so much problem. Then with the student and the organizations, everybody can solve the problem. Then so difficult to solve it. It takes a long time. It is not easy to solve. So that happens. That's clearly called happens. So here you are extremely fortunate, so fortunate, very quiet, and so really only the learning dharma, you see, no problem. Other than that, no problem. The students and the organizations, see. Many times happen, even though experts in explaining Sutra Tantra explain so much, but you see, then you stay longer, then sooner or later the problem comes out, you see. And general people you don't know, so I'm just, you see, the people who have been working for organization, they might be probably here, some might know what. So that's why I'm thinking for you to rejoice, you to realize you are what you have. The valid teacher, qualified teacher, and that's humble teacher and valid teacher, qualified teacher. Long time that can teach, has patience and compassion. You see, can teach a long time. That's very important. That's very important. So you see, otherwise what happens? So even though you may be expert in explaining words, but you see, the sooner or later, when you become closer, then kind of wild. Or the very wild problems will arise. That's very difficult, and then what kind of start dharma. Then very difficult for the mind. The mind become bubble. Water, hot water bubbling in the pot, you see. Hot water, the mind become like that. So how can you, so difficult to calm down. So anyway, I'm just telling you that, I'm just telling you that that's not easy. So long time to have a great peace. You see, to learn Dharma well, and you see much patience and because of humbleness. Oh, that's so important. So important. So important. That real practice of Dharma, humbleness. Real practice of Dharma. No matter how much understanding you have, all the humbleness that so important. The Lama, you see, in his note at Kabul Monastery, he passed away in America, in Los Angeles, the hospital. But there was note left at Kapon on the Lama's table, the Lama's room on the table. It says, you know, the one who has humbleness is the great quality of the teacher. It says that. Lama wrote, I think it's somewhere he copied from that. Somewhere he copied. Lama wrote, made notes. So that Lama is also that. So anyway, that just by the way again. As talk about the, you know, the origination of how the ABC started, so that so before that, yeah, I was I think the Dharma with this help us brought. There's one student from Indonesia, the Lama's Asian student. So she died quite a number of years ago. I came to Singapore to teach. I came before, but just the airport on the way to Nepal or something. But I came to teach here and different temples, and then went to Malaysia to teach in Indonesia. So that time she was organizing, helping. So I stayed at Dharma Chakra, not Chingbing, this, next one is Dharma Chakra. I stayed 1 week or something one time. So anyway, getting teaching there. Maybe that was the first time. Was that, do you know? Dhammachala. I think it became past life to Raja. It became past life story. Okay. So yeah, so when I came to keep teaching, the first time that we keep teaching around the different places, different temples, all of that. So that time I felt, yeah, I think that. If you ask how to begin the Dharma practice, and it would be very difficult to get an answer. That's what I felt when I came here to keep teaching. If you ask how to begin to practice Dharma, so I think very difficult to get an answer. That's what I thought. So I thought. You see, to teach lamrim, the heart of the Buddha's teaching, the 8,000 teachings, to come in the LZR teaching, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra. So kind of condensed. The teaching was condensed, all that. So simplified. Mainly set it up, not just number education, but to mainly subdue the mind. The way it set up the outline or the presentations, mainly to subdue the mind. So when the philosophical teachings, when it doesn't, when they don't subdue your mind, then listen and teaching, then subdue the mind. So that with that. So lamrim teaching is man, then teaching not only teaching but the meditation. Then philosophy and the background of the philosophy. So I thought something like that. Then if you start to tell that, will be incredibly beneficial in Singapore. That's what I thought, and then I felt like when you vomit, nausea, that's okay, uncomfortable. But I felt up to here, up to the neck, didn't come out. Didn't come out. I felt here something very strange, the energy in here, and that can be very beneficial to Singapore people. If I start something like that. So then you see, that continued. So then, I think from sleep now to then and then that so wrong. Then what? Sorry, Hup Cheng. How many years? Been died? 30 years? Huh? 15 years. 29. Huh? 20 years.
29.
29. Wow. Unbelievable. Thank you very, very, very much. And then the Kishila, look at me. You talk right.
20 years.
20 years. Oh, I see. So that's great success. Great success. So what Khen Rinpoche learned, studied for many years, starting from Lao, then Kapang, then went to Sarah. So many years started. So then that, you see, what he learned so many years, and then we see with the basic practice, and then you see, then taught here for so many years, and so that's excellent. That's real success. So, because liberating sentient beings, liberating sentient beings, yeah, then us here, then from lower realms and from samsara, to bring even the free from lower nirvana, and bring to great nirvana in enlightenment. So it's great success for a long time. So as I mentioned, short time. So, I mean, beginning with very good reputation and all that, then end up with bad reputation. So that's where many times happens in the world. You have to. So I'm just telling you to recognize what great opportunity, what great jewel you had. You know, jewel means which grand jewel. I'm using example. What you have, what the students here in ABC, I was thinking about what we have. We see very precious jewel. So I'm just using example. Which grand jewel. So that's yes, of course, generally speaking, Guru is like which grand jewel for you. Guru is like which grand tree, which grand tree like mandala, which grand tree that you visualize in the south. So you see, like which grand tree with like which grand jewel, all like that. So you see, for you see your which grand jewel, your which grand tree, like that. So then you see, the stable devotional thought, seeing the Guru, looking at the Guru. So you see all the Buddha, looking at the Guru, or every single Buddha, how many numberless Buddhas, and they're looking at that, every single Buddha. You see, that is the Guru Shakyamuni, that is the Maitreya Buddha, that is the Manjushri, that is the Medicine Buddha, that is Tara, that is the Vajrayakini, that is everything. Then, by looking at that, you realize, you see that way. And then casually, then remembering the kindness, devotional, respectful mind, kindness. Yeah, so important. Then after that, then service, all the conduct, respectful manner, offering service. Then you see, then to collect merit, then there's an offering to do, the offering everyone has, and to collect merit. So like that, you see, by doing that, then you see all your wishes can succeed. From that, then all your wishes, including enlightenment, all the happiness is life, all the happiness future life, all the happiness future lives, future not only one life, future lives, and then all the happiness, ultimate happiness, all everything. Then peerless happiness in Buddhahood, then everything. Also for self, also for others, also for self, also for others, numberless sentences, so everything you achieve. So that Guru is your wish, all your wish fulfilling, like a jewel, which can tree, that brings all the fulfills all your wishes, also like that. So anyway, I think okay, so so going back to the story, sorry, I begin. So the daughter became Christianity like that. I don't know how she, whether she's Christianity or not. I have no idea. But before, yes, yes, she worked for the airline, because hostess, hostess, yeah, for many years. I'm going to Australia like that. So anyway, but you see now, parents don't like that. Parents, I know, parents don't like that. The father spends, he hardly spent in the house. While I was there, he came one time, short, just 1 or 2 nights. Then he had to go. He works in the ships. He travels around the world, selling sheep. I'm not sure what it does. Sheep. So hardly in the house. When I was there, only one time. I think came 2 nights. So that. Parents are Buddhist, but because they didn't learn, so just the faith and sort of that and like that. They do things, but they can't really explain. And yeah, they don't like, you see, the family and the daughter, like that. But you see, but they can't explain. They don't know Dharma, but they don't know the Dharma. They can't explain. You see, so that's the problem. Is that that you see, but the son helped very much to the children. And when she was here, I print her books, what she taught, make book and print, helped to produce books by him. He couldn't do this. I met here in the airport. Airport, I met the mother and the daughter also. However, see, so like that. So the attention that not. I'm sure that is not only them. There are many. You see, so important to learn, to read books, again. Again, you see, up to your karma, basically, up to you, depends on your karma, what kind of karma you have. So, first then, not every book is a correct, valid, or correct. Even it's said Buddhist, but not necessarily everything is valid, correct, not necessarily. So it really depends on your karma, what karma created from past life, past, So depending on that, then it happens. You see, correct book or not, wrong book or given misunderstanding, or you never know. So it depends on your karma, basically. It's not a mistake with the other person who wrote the book. It's your mistakes, your own karma. So if you didn't make right prayer, good karma, you didn't do then good preparation, then even Buddhism, but you may meet all kinds of, which is